Next week, we'll start the at-home aerobic and muscle strengthening workouts, but today, we're going over 2 things you'll want to do in addition to these workouts to make sure you're staying as active and healthy as possible. Hi, and welcome to week 2 of the Healthier You YouTube study. The purpose of today's video is to discuss 2 important additions to your upcoming weekly study workouts. Now let's not waste any time and get right into it. First, before any aerobic or muscle strengthening activity, be sure to complete a dynamic warm-up. A common warm-up mistake is to perform static stretching as a warm-up before exercise, thinking that this will loosen the muscles up and decrease risk of injury. However, research indicates this type of warm-up actually does the exact opposite. On the other hand, a dynamic warm-up is a series of light-intensity movements performed at various joints and in all 3 planes of motion. The purpose of these movements is to increase blood flow throughout the body, increase body temperature, and to increase flexibility and functional mobility in your muscles and joints. Compiling research has shown this type of warm-up will not only reduce the risk of injury during exercise, but will also improve your muscular performance. That said, here's DJ to take you through a basic 2-minute dynamic warm-up that you can do at home and before every workout in this study. Feel free to follow along to get used to the movements. Thanks, DJ. Now, the second thing we need to cover before diving into workouts is daily leisure time physical activity. Remembering our guidelines from last week, we need at least 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity per week to optimize our physical health and fitness. While workouts are good for our health, they typically only last for about an hour maximum. That said, we need to account for the rest of the hours in the day. Many think that because they work out, they can sit around and watch Netflix all day and still be healthy. However, there is strong research evidence that suggests that independent of activity level, sedentary behavior is associated with a host of chronic diseases. Simply put, even if you work out, if you sit down the rest of the day, you're still at high risk of getting a chronic disease. Therefore, if you find yourself sedentary for over an hour, whether it be from studying or relaxing, we recommend getting up and moving every 30 minutes or so. Great ways to do this include cleaning your house or apartment, taking a pet on walks, doing 30 seconds or so of exercise, or going for a brisk 10-minute walk after meals and/or when you start to feel sluggish. Other good ways include taking the stairs rather than elevators or escalators and parking farther away when you go out shopping. A good indicator that you're meeting these guidelines is taking about 10,000 steps per day. You can easily track your daily step count using a smartwatch or even your phone. If you use an iPhone, for example, you can click on the Health app and you can track your steps throughout the day. If you have an Android, you can do the same thing using the Google Fit app. However you decide to get your daily steps in, choose activities that you enjoy, and remember to be as active as possible throughout the day, beyond just your workouts. And that's it for today's video. Here's the in-video response questions. Feel free to pause at this point. And that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, stay safe, stay active, and we'll see you in next week's video. Goodbye!